Namaste. When you love, you simply love. And so, as Valentine is coming, I want to wish each one of you a very, very happy Valentine Day. In this podcast, I have talked about the planet that is very, very significant when it comes to your relationship. So, which is that planet and why that planet? Find out as I talk briefly about this planet, which is very, very significant when it comes to relationship. If you truly want to succeed in your relationship, then you need to have this planet in a good condition. So let's begin. Venus is a dealer, Moon is a caretaker. When both come together, there is a mismatch. Venus cannot understand the illogical way of Moon, and Moon cannot understand the logical way of Venus. For marriage or a successful relationship, along with Venus, Mercury is also very important. Sex, love, sexual activity is all based on how you process your thoughts. And this processing of thoughts comes under the domain of Mercury. That is why, in many cases, even though Venus is positive, still the person continues to fail in his or her relationship due to the poor placement of Mercury or afflicted Mercury. It is necessary to understand that the success of your relationship comes down to the state of Mercury and its overall condition in your birth chart. I will not hesitate to state that even though your Venus is debilitated and placed in Virgo, still, if Mercury is placed in Virgo or Gemini or is placed in the 7th house with positive aspects from Jupiter, then you will succeed in your relationship or marriage. On this Valentine, I want to specifically reveal this secret of successful relationship to my close followers. And the secret is now open. The key planet for a successful marriage or a successful relationship is the princely planet, Prince Mercury. The woman may have exceptional beauty. She may be entertaining. She may be intelligent. She may have unique artistic talent. But if she is not having a certain depth of understanding, then she cannot sustain her relationship for long. And the same is applicable to man. It is based on the overall placement of Mercury that your level of understanding is seen. Buddha says true love is born from understanding. Buddha further says when you understand everything, you forgive everything. The success of every relationship that happens on this planet is based on the level of understanding. When both the man and woman has good level of understanding, they will continue to walk hand in hand through the many high and lows of life. And this deep level of understanding comes only by the grace of Mercury and a strong Jupiter. Venus is all about looks, artistic talent, love making, kissing, fashion designing, or all kinds of designing, glamour. However, this is not enough for a relationship to blossom and deepen. You also need Viveka Buddhi. Viveka Buddhi means reasoning through constructive, positive set of mind. Otherwise, you all have read news wherein the man and woman fell in love, ran away, got married, and then one day the man kills the woman and cuts her into pieces and pieces. Is this love? This happens because of irrational mind. And such an irrational mind, cruel mind, is due to poor placement of Moon and Mercury in the chart. Moon is the master of Mercury. And when Moon, that is when the mind is corrupted, it gives all kinds of wrong, self-destructive orders to the brain, which is Mercury. Mercury is responsible for the processing of thoughts or commands that happens through the brain. And so, just having a strong Venus is not enough. You need to have a good placement of Mercury and Moon with positive aspects from Jupiter, Venus or Sun to succeed in a relationship. Yesterday, a young man came and said, I have fallen in love. I asked, when did it happen? Because till yesterday you were all right. He said, that's right, but today while traveling, I saw a beautiful girl. I asked, where did you see her? He said, at the traffic signal. She was on her bike and I couldn't help myself. I fell in love. This is how it happens. This young man kept his Mercury aside and has now fallen in love. Now he will start with his efforts. One day he may even succeed, but such a love is short-lived. There is no connection of the soul. The understanding of each other is missing. There has been no dialogue. This is infatuation and not love. Just boom boom for a few days and then the heat is gone. Then again you are wandering in the cold winters of your life. So on this Valentine, it is necessary to remind yourself that to succeed in a relationship, you need to first become friends. If you remain lovers, then love can evaporate after a few days of honeymoon. Real love is known only after the honeymoon is over. When excitement ends, intimacy grows. In the beginning of a relationship, you are excited. Something is going to happen. And when you remain in this relationship for a long time, for a long period, things settle. Then you truly become one with your partner. Then you don't need any excitement. You understand her very well, and this understanding becomes the foundation of your relationship. The same is applicable to the master and the disciple. In the beginning, you come across my podcast. You are excited. This man is saying something new. This man is sharing something unique. The excitement is there. Then slowly, as you remain with me for a longer period, the excitement is gone. You become more aligned with the essence of my whole being, my sharings, and before you could realize, you have already fallen in love with my sharings. And that is why I say, real love happens only when the excitement of honeymoon is over. So whosoever has been with me for a longer time through this channel, they have truly aligned with me and my sharing. Naturally, they have melted in my being without knowing when and how it all happened. That's love. That's Valentine. And so to experience a happy Valentine, it is necessary that along with your looks, your body shape, your artistic talent, you also focus on raising the level of your understanding. A beautiful woman with absolute no depth of understanding is like a bottle of poison whose label says it's pure nectar. And a not so beautiful woman, A average looking woman with much depth of understanding is a bottle of nectar, but whose label says, take it with caution. This is how the mad world is, because you see through your mind and not with your eyes. Discrimination happens because of this, because the mind always loves to discriminate based on caste, color, religion, and whatnot. Love is impossible as long as you continue to see through your mind. Once it happened, there was one such man. He was not beautiful. He was not handsome. He looked ugly. Nobody had ever called him beautiful. His name was Vincent van Gogh. And the story is such that his whole life, Vincent was just giving his paintings to friends. To the hotel where he used to eat 4 days a week, he would present a painting. Or to a prostitute who had once said to him that he was not a beautiful man. To be absolutely factual, he was ugly. No woman ever fell in love with him. It was impossible. This prostitute, out of compassion, and sometimes prostitutes have more compassion than your so-called ladies. They understand men more. So just out of compassion she said, I like you very much. He had never heard this. Love was a faraway thing. Even liking. He said, really? Really you like me? And what do you like in me? Now the woman was at loss. What to say? She said, I like your ears. Your ears are beautiful. And you will be surprised that Vincent went home, cut off his ears with razor, packed them beautifully, went to the prostitute and gave his ears to her. And blood was flowing. She said, what have you done? He said, nobody ever liked anything in me. And I am a poor man. How can I thank you? You liked my ears. I have presented them to you. If you had liked my eyes, I would have presented my eyes to you. If you had liked me, I would have died for you. The prostitute could not believe it, but for the first time, Vincent was happy, smiling. Somebody had liked at least a part of him. Love is happy when it is able to give something. Vincent became a legendary painter. He became world famous for his paintings, but after his death, when he was alive, there was nobody who would have appreciated his beauty. And so when the prostitute said casually, even though she didn't mean what she said, even then those words, I like your ears are beautiful. Those words touched his heart and he presented his ears to her as a gift. How deep is this man? How to express his depth of being? But this is how a man of love is. No doubt he became the greatest painter that the world had ever known. When you have so much of love within you, so much of depth of being, it is natural that you are exceptional. You are beautiful. Enough for now. Wishing each one of you a very happy Valentine Day. Deepen your level of understanding. Raise your level of understanding and you will be able to save your relationship. You will succeed in your relationship because as the Buddha says, true love is born from understanding. When you understand everything, you forgive everything. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।